Hello everyone, welcome once again to Scorpion Cigar Reviews. This will be a sort of a informal review. I'm not doing any real scoring, not going to give a whole lot of detail on the cigar. Just going to sit out here by the fire and enjoy a nice smoke and tell you a little bit about what's going on. So this will just be just nothing special. So this evening I'm smoking a Gurkha Legend. I don't know, I guess I'd say this is maybe a Toro size, something like that, Robusto Toro, somewhere in there. It's probably 5.5 or 6 inches. Let's see, 3, yeah, probably 5.5 inches, I guess, by what looks to be, well, I'd say maybe a 50 or 52 ring gauge, somewhere in there. It has a very nice oily wrapper, almost like a polished fine Italian leather shoe. Some minor veining, fairly tight seams. You can see them pretty well, but you know, it is what it is. And it has perhaps a triple cap. The cap goes pretty far down the stick, and it looks like the middle cap is overlapping the underlying cap by quite a bit. You just barely see another cap sticking out there, so I think this is a triple cap. Slight sponginess, but not too bad. It feels like a pretty solid pack. It's I don't know, it's not firm, but it has a slight bit of sponginess. Pretty good weight to the cigar, so it feels really solid as far as construction goes. Some general tobacco notes on the wrapper. A little bit of tea, a little bit of bread dough. More tobacco and tea on the foot. A little bit of spice in there, like maybe some kitchen spices. Some wet leather. Okay. Be using my trusty Cigar tonight. You know, lately, a lot of the cigars I've been reviewing have had some pretty substantial stems right up there into the cap. And it irritates me because it's interfering with the clipping of the cap. It dulls your blades on your cutters, all kinds of things. And this one wasn't terribly bad, but I can see a few rather sizable stems. And these things are hard as a rock. I mean, it's like trying to cut, you know, oak or something. I mean, these things are pretty tough, pretty resilient. Anyway. Maybe a little bit of cinnamon and leather on the pre-draw. Some other spices in there, hard to pick out. Slightly snug on the draw, not too bad though, on the pre-draw there. Get it toasted up. There we go. I think we're good. Big blast of pepper, not Not real overpowering, but pretty good blast of pepper. Some other spices in there, but the pepper's overpowering it. Tonight I'm drinking, we bought one of those Krug coffee makers, and I've really been enjoying the dark French roast and the dark Italian roast. And I'll tell you, that Italian roast is as close as you get to a straight espresso without it actually being an espresso. It's some pretty powerful stuff. I tell you, it's like licking a dirty ashtray. Yeah, it sounds gross, but you know what? That's the way I like my coffee. And I figured powerful coffee like that, paired with what should be a fairly powerful cigar, see what happens. Now the Gurkha line they make got everything from so super mild that it's almost like you're not even smoking anything, all the way up to these things that are so powerful they knock you on your rear, and everything in between. Initially, it's a fairly powerful smoke. As I mentioned with the pepper, there's a lot of white pepper in there. Not so much the black pepper, but the white pepper, but it's a very intense, very forward, rich white pepper. Really burns on the retrohale. Almost a Tabasco type note on the retrohale as well. So I guess that would be some chili peppers, jalapeno peppers, you know, all kinds of stuff in there. But yeah, it's very peppery, both spice and vegetal. All right, so I'll get somewhere in the first third, and I'll be back. Yep. Just enjoying the evening. Nice fire going in the fireplace. Good times. Just about 25 minutes in. Now, when I formally score a cigar, I tend to use a score of 88 as like a baseline. Anything below 88, I don't necessarily consider it a crap cigar, but it's certainly not a phenomenal cigar. So anything that scores 88 and above, I'll continue to smoke from time to time. And anything that scores into the low or mid 90s, I'll definitely try to keep on hand. And anything in the upper 90s, well, you know, that's just a phenomenal cigar. If something's right on the borderline there, say 87, 87 and a half, I'll give it another try, another chance, see if the score will come up some other time based on my mood or whatever I'm drinking or what have you. I've had several of these Gurkha Legends over the past several years, and generally they're right around that 88 mark. I never find them to be a great cigar, but I never find them to be junk either. First third, not a whole lot of character, not a whole lot of nuances. A little bit of spice in there, a subtle hint of leather maybe. Some minerals. Okay. So I'll get somewhere in the second third and I'll be back. Well, look at that. Alright, so 45 minutes in. Started to burn a little unevenly, but it corrected itself. I'm not trying to partake in any long ash contests or anything like that, so I'm ashing off at about the 1 inch mark, and that seems to be about right for this cigar. The cigar's mellowed out from the initial lighting quite a bit. The pepper note's really toned down. It's a good middle of the road medium body cigar, medium strength. Still not a whole lot of flavors, mostly pepper. Towards the end of the first third, I picked up a little bit of something along the line of maybe a cardboard, but it was real subtle. It was only for a few minutes that I noticed that flavor. A little bit of grilled meat, real subtle, kind of on the back burner there. You have to really look for it. A little bit of bitterness on the lips from the wrapper itself. It's contributing to the that cardboard note. Alright, so I'll get somewhere in the final third and I'll be back. I encourage everyone out there watching my YouTube reviews to go to my website, scorpioncigarreviews.yolasite.com. Something new I'm doing on my site is listing upcoming reviews. Made some changes on the site, made it a little more friendly as far as navigation and that sort of thing. So check it out. We are right about an hour in. I just removed the band. Came off nicely. Still a really good solid cigar. Hasn't softened up any. And even for this short amount that's left, it's maybe 3 inches, if that. Still has some good weight to it. The draw's tightened up a bit. Not too bad on the draw. Still burning pretty evenly. Some white pepper. A hint of mineral. Slight amount of dryness on the smoke. Not too bad. So I'll get this down on the nub and I'll be back. Here we are about an hour and, I guess about an hour and 20 minutes into the nub. Losing the light here, so video is getting kind of dark. I'm going to turn on some of the lights on the deck here. The nub still remaining fairly firm, hasn't softened up at all really. Still a good solid cigar. Really no strength to it. Upper mild, low medium on the strength. Medium body. Still burning pretty evenly. I don't know if you can see that there. Mostly white pepper. A little bit of mineral in there. I picked up a little bit of meatiness just before the nub. Lasted for a few minutes. Since I've lost my light for the evening, I'll go ahead and end this review here, saying that the Gurkha Legend, been kind of a middle of the road cigar. Mostly medium body, medium strength. As it progressed through the first, second, and final third and into the nub, it's mellowed out even more and more each time. Not a whole lot of flavors. For the most part, just the white pepper note throughout. Hint of mineral. And then a few other little flavors here and there. Didn't last long. I'll continue this on. I'm going to end the review. So I thank you for once again watching Scorpion Cigar Reviews. Catch you next time.